All right, everybody, welcome to the final day of Heroclix Worlds.
Woo.
We are patiently awaiting top 32. No one is in the not no one is in the room, but none of the top 32 players are
No
in
one
the
who
room yet.
matters.
Ooh, savage. So we're just waiting for the players to get ready to get re-verified, I believe, kind of registered again, and then top 32 play is going to kick off here. The excitement is still here, but it's a little different today. It's losses are losses, baby, and wins are wins. They always have been and they always will be, but now it's final. That's it. You're lost, you're done. So once you kind of hit this point where it's all or nothing, you got to give it your all. You got to try your best. Well, we'll have to see, guys, because we got a lot of good players. The field is interesting this year. I definitely can say it's interesting. It's a lot of what we expected, and I will say there are a few standouts that are a little different. There are a few things that have caught us off guard, which I enjoy, and we're going to see that. Although I will say there is still
grab this list here.
kind of the usual.
really
If you
messed
want
up.
to go off the list,
Guys,
there's
if you want to follow along with the teams we're talking about, they are posted on the Dial H Facebook. Our breakfast boy is here.
it's McDonald's.
He's looking good. Yeah, some
McDonald's
croissant
breakfast is the most edible food from McDonald's, I suppose.
Guys, we already talked about Isaac Arnold
I think-
Berkovitz. He did not play Prime Spider-Man until Nationals. He
You
made
got
a last call audible.
you got
Played
some
that in the
McGriddles
top
in there.
16. And he took fourth with that. So you'll see Isaac AB playing the classic Spider-Man, which is Spider-Man, MOE, Mephisto. And then I believe he has Carnage Surfer. I will build the build.
Isaac is really strong going into this. I would say, all the 5-0s are strong going
All
into
the
this.
people who are dropping matches to what they should be, Isaac beat out. He beat out the Mission Point build, which everyone struggled against. And that's, once again, Spencer White playing the Mission Point build. One map every time, went to negative zone, barriered the crap out of his starting area. No one could penetrate that. Isaac, like always, found a way. So
He finds a way. Yeah, talking to some of the people in the top end, the top 8 of listings or seedings, I should say. A lot of them are just assuming that their first round's going to be basically like a walk. And so I was like, well,
I see
mean,
that from a lot of them too.
I can understand why, but yeah.
So what do we think about this? We know Isaac's first round is against Paris Gordon. Paris Gordon squeaking into top 32, sharing the exact
literally
same
said,
points.
I don't think I made it.
Yeah, I don't think I made it. But he did, and he beat someone out to 33rd place who was literally the exact same points, the exact same record, but they just weren't physically ranking higher beforehand, so they get pushed lower, which is wild that happened, and kind of sucks.
I thought they'd at least go to
Here's
a roll.
here's something I learned yesterday.
No, it's
guys.
just if you rank higher throughout the event, then you have
guess,
priority.
sure.
It's kind of wild.
What's crazy about one of the synergies in the Isaac build, which he is the guy who started doing this. So Saint Walker is on his Spider-Man build. And you might be wondering, now why is that? So with the star card, we know that is a very popular mainstay in meta play. And what that allows you to do is during attacks,
I understand.
you can replace the 1s with 6s. Saint Walker says that crits happen on a 6 and a 5. So if you roll a 5 and a 1, you now have a crit. You roll a 1 and a 5, crit, 6 and 6, 6 and 5. It makes your chances of critting, so much higher. Because now anytime a 5 shows up, if you get a 1 to go along with it. So I learned that from Jackson the other day, who's also in top 32, also playing a very similar Spider-Man build. I think what's interesting, too, is a lot of people have opted for the Carnage Surfer with the Spider-Man because you can heal him up. A lot of value there. Isaac is still playing Sicarian Iron Man. So usually you pick one of the two. Nate White's an example where you pick both, full offense. But it is interesting because, to me, that says you're valuing utility over raw power.
Yeah.
So you have more options. You can get the Pulse Wave if you need it. You can get the Energy Explosion. Personally, I'll rep Sackman until I die. I love that
What's
piece.
his
He's my
sideline
favorite
look
meta
like?
piece
Is there a
of all
reason why you
time.
didn't go
So-
MOE for 50 instead?
No,
Isaac
he has
also has
MOE
MOE.
on
He
the
also
build.
has MOE.
Oh, so
So he's got Black Skull, Ghost
just didn't
Goblin,
double down on it then.
Yeah.
Doom Supreme, which is an interesting choice. Doom Supreme has not been popular on the sideline. A lot of people opt for different things. He also has King Killmonger, starts with Inquisitor, and his other two are not MOE. It's actually War Machine and Scrappy Doo.
Seen a lot of War
So,
Machine.
Once
Makes
again,
sense. He's playing
it's the
Sicarian
Sicarian
Iron
Iron
Man.
Man
Yeah,
value,
that
where
makes
it's like
sense.
when you finally damage me, here comes Scrappy, here
How
comes
much
War
how much
Machine.
value do people really get out of Scrappy Doo? if I'm being honest. I've played him a ton, and he's never
the fact
popped
that
off
he
for
only
me.
takes 1 damage from monsters, it makes Carnage Surfer.
I guess,
it's
but-
not a free kill for him. It's an outwit. And also, if
It is
he's
an
coming
outwit.
in on the last action, if your opponent kills the carrying Iron Man with the last action, he's going to get value. A lot of the time, because he's optional, you don't have to bring him in.
Right.
He comes in on Celebrity or Detective or Animal. I don't think there's anything else there. But yeah, it's a really interesting team. I'd say the other difference in Isaac's build is the Scott Crampton bystander, which, 4 points for an enhancement. You probably find some use there.
It's pretty dang good.
We're kicking off at midnight in Melbourne.
Oh,
Chris
hey, that's
Rizzi's
not
in the chat.
that's not too bad,
No.
Chris. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not
I would say
it's not the worst.
Normal viewing hours.
So by the time you wake up in the morning, Worlds will have been wrapped, and you'll get to see the after party, maybe.
Yeah.
So yeah,
My pick going into Worlds, though, and I
Well,
feel
they're
pretty
ahead, so
solid
he already
about
knows
it.
the winner.
oh that's right, It's the 19th over there
Yeah.
already, or it's the 18th
It's
over
the
there
He's the
already.
Yeah,
winning
Monday
lottery
there already.
numbers.
Yeah.
He's in the future.
Yeah,
Um,
he's just saying, yeah, congratulations to like whoever. Like, oh,
I really think that looking at the build sheets last night, talking with the players, and just looking at history, and just, I guess, probably some bias, Caleb Reddick is my pick to win it all. I think he
Okay.
has a shell that is really hard to crack. He's got the classic combo of Demon and Armor, Carter Shield, and then the emotional modifier as well on the build. So now you cannot modify your attack values. You have a -1 attack value from the emotional modifier. You have a defend +1. So Caleb most of the time is like anywhere from a 19 to a 21. And most things attacking him are going to be a standard 11 attack. Most of the meta figures you'll see an 11. So they're going to be coming in with a 10. And to crack Caleb's team through probability controls, through this insane shield, it's really tough. A strategy around that is mind controlling the King Killmonger away, mind controlling the defend pieces away. But I really like Caleb's build. I think he's got a great shot at it. I love the tech of Watcher with pumpkin bombs to destroy terrain through terrain. And we've got some people funneling in,
I
guys.
think we're gonna want to start getting our fight pictures here soon.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see.
So Luke's going to go get that set up. Do we just want to tell Luke to have people funnel in?
I think we should have him. Oh, he's taking pictures. No, that's not what I meant. Okay, that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
So my pick.
Looks like Luke's going to do it.
Okay. So currently my dream pick that I want to win is going to be 24th right here, Nicholas Madsen. I really enjoy his team. I really like it. I've played teams of similar structure before where it's you taxi up a bunch of people. It's a very heavy alpha. They make a bunch of free attacks after being carried.
We've spent a lot of time building teams like that.
Oh yeah, I mean I've basically played teams like that for the past like 4 years almost. Like I love those teams. I love a good taxi, drop the crew, and the crew just goes in. He's got the double Miss Marvel. Both Miss Marvels have giant reach with Waldo arms and the Necro sword.
Pretty tight.
It's they get flurry, giant reach with like all this crazy stuff. You can drop them. They empower each other. One has the blue ring to help out, or someone. Neither of them have the blue ring, but there's someone on the team with the blue ring that gives them the empower, and that really helps out and everything. So, I really enjoy the team. I like how much damage it can pump out first turn. Well, not first turn
The
actually.
glass
That's probably
cannon strategy.
well, it's a glass cannon, but when you have Lockjaw and you have that mastermind fodder, and Miss Marvel herself is invulnerability, which is really nice for 4 clicks of life.
There's not a lot of penetrating damage in the meta.
Not as much as you would think, which is kind of interesting.
A
So,
Ghost Goblin can really mess up your day, though.
absolutely. I've learned that with my team as well. My
I've
team
also learned that.
being more glass cannony actually than his team is, very much so. So yeah, I really enjoy Nicholas Madsen, and that's who I want to win for a dark horse pick, because we're seeing a lot of familiar names, I suppose, except for Zane, right here in like the top 10. So that's who I would like to see go far and go the distance. What about you, Simeon?
You just said it, Zane.
You, Zane, yeah.
I haven't seen him around a whole
Yeah.
lot,
No.
if at all. And so, somebody
Mystery man.
somebody in second seed coming out of like the dark, the dark
The
horse
woodwork.
of it, I think that's a pretty
Or is
big
that an
accomplishment
insult?
in itself. coming out of the woodwork? I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean,
I was gonna
could
say
be.
I don't mean that.
That's more like middle of the road. I feel
Yeah.
like it's
Oh.
kind of like having a big bent. Yeah, people really came out of the woodwork. Like people you don't usually see.
Okay.
How's that?
Well, yeah. Okay.
So
then
yeah,
that
it's
applies.
not
That's
insult.
fair.
It applies.
I'd really like to see Ryan Rebman win personally.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
He's been
Also rocking Spider-Man Prime.
Yeah,
No.
he goes to a ton of events.
Oh,
I don't wanna see him
putting
win
in a ton of work.
He has been putting in a lot of work. Though.
Breaking into the top half of the top 32 as far as seeding goes was pretty impressive, I think. And yeah, I'd really like to see him finally get some due, at least get to like top 8, get to
Okay.
top 4 maybe.
Yeah.
We've got a great comment here. I can't pick Isaac. He's the Patriots of Heroclix.
It's fair.
That's a very fair point. You never want to bet on the guy with 7 Super Bowls.
no.
Why would you do
People-
that? Why would you ever do that?
People like to root for the underdog fundamentally,
For sure.
and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. So
Outside of teams, though, guys, there's a lot of key figures that have been showing up at Worlds outside the normal. Obviously, there's some Scarlet Witches that made it, some Prime Spider-Man. There's MOE out the,
man, it is just right to business inside here. It is get in, sit down,
Yeah.
set up.
Everybody
And,
knows their opponents.
Yep.
I would say some key figures that were not floating around as much or maybe are just coming out for Worlds. The Demon in Armor. That is a pick that a lot of people had to work around. One that did not make it and really didn't see any play in Swiss was the Merlin. A lot of people were worried about that. Merlin is
that was
not
kinda
here.
Interesting. No.
I saw one.
Agatha is in
There
the
is
top
one.
cut. We got one team with Agatha, so somebody opting for the mobility over the survivability of
Even
Switch.
though we already know you can give Scarlet Witch such amazing mobility, it's kind of wild, but I understand it.
I would say
more.
Miss Marvel is kind of that pick.
She's absolutely.
She's had a little bit of history. Mike Eskew's been playing
So
that
yeah, we
team
have a
for
Mike
while.
Eskew team that has Miss Marvel with some construct droppers, and we also have Nicholas Madsen's team that is more purely Miss Marvel, not as much construct droppers on it. He has Chip, but that's really about it. I think Mike has
Yeah.
maybe 2 or 3 constructs on there.
I think the big World's resurgence man is the 2x2 APOC. There was a surprising
I know.
amount.
Yep.
He's back. He's with Scarab. We're seeing a very similar build type of deal that we saw last year where you play Scarab, you play APOC, you look to control the board, make your opponent come to you. This team functions a little bit different as the bystanders do give up points, so you just don't have an endless wave. You have to play a little safer with the bystanders. If you risk those, your opponent goes up, you're going to have some trouble. I'm going to plug camera 2 in so we can cut to
Absolutely,
the
I would
action,
love
guys.
to talk
I'll be
about
right
some
back.
of these matchups here today. So we have like Devin Owens versus Robert Gallagher, which I think is a really interesting matchup, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. Both really good players in their own right, but with slightly different teams. I feel a little bad for Azareth Strife here as he is playing against Lucas Van Holland right away for his first round game here in top 32. They've practiced a lot against each other, and I think it can be kind of tough when you practice against someone a lot and you know your strengths and weaknesses, their strengths and weaknesses. And I know Azareth, I talked to him a little bit earlier, he's not feeling great about the matchup either, which is really tough.
All right, we're going to switch to
talked a
camera
lot.
2 real quick.
There we go. So yeah, you guys can go ahead and see everybody now that we're talking about here. Jacob Bishop is going against Zach there. We have, man, what are some other really good matchups? The Bobble Decks, they're out in full force playing against Jackson right away there. I think it's Denton, I want to say. And then again, Isaac versus Paris Gordon. Paris Gordon, it always feels bad for the, live Brian Gallicam. He has no idea. Look at him go. But yeah, it is really right to business here. I'm trying to see who Spencer's playing against right now. I want to see what Spencer's matchup is kind of looking like. Oh, okay. Then I guess we shall see. Who's George up against? Is that Caleb Reddick versus George Massue, I believe?
Versus
George
my math is
Massue?
right. It might be Spencer versus Adam Friedman.
Spencer versus Adam Friedman. That could be really interesting.
That could be because I don't know if Spencer's defense ability is a barrier.
It's tough versus Scarab, right?
Yeah.
For someone who barriers in, it's like Scarab doesn't matter.
Here's
and
something crazy, too.
That is
you
the
also have a
matchup.
lot of equip on your team.
I don't think anyone would have pegged this when he came out, but Hulk Prime is on one build in top 32.
Just George's, I want to say, right?
Just George's.
And it's really funny. George is sacrificing his cloak for Sack to give the cloak to Hulk as well, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
which I get. I understand
know he
why.
got a Rata, and I know they changed the Dark Phoenix interaction with him, but the fact that Hulk Prime is on one build in Worlds, even post change, I don't think anyone would have said only They would have thought there were more. I
Right.
praise that horribly.
And I don't think that goes against the ability of Hulk Prime, more so just how strong a lot of primes, I should say, in Modern are right
the field
now.
is nuts.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
It's hard to use your prime slot for a 10-point piece that you also have to dedicate more of your team to. And
We've got the Boogeyman in top 32. Someone's asking about Scarab. Let me tell you, Scarab's there.
He's
Scott
there.
Crampton's got a Scarab. Lucas has a Scarab.
Adam Friedman's got Scarab.
Adam
There's
Friedman, the Boogeyman, has 4.
Boogeyman, yeah.
He's got Shock Gauntlets, Radioactive Clay, the Yellow Ring, a Darkhold. He's going to outwit you.
He's got Time Platform, too.
He's got Time
He's got my
Platform.
least favorite
Top 32.
possible Scarab
Yes, it
interaction,
It's
which
a
is the
theme
Time
as
Platform.
well. So you have 4 Scarabs, Giant Girl, and then, or not Giant Girl.
Giganta?
Giganta.
He's a Secret 6, so he's got the
And then
outwits.
Commissioner.
Oh, man.
So he can outwit through Protected Outwit. He's more than likely going to win map. If you don't have theme, it's roughly a 75% chance to do so. He's going to take you to Morlock tunnels. He's going to barrier himself off. And you are going to have a horrible time getting across the map. He'll time platform you 4 times a turn if he wants to.
And I think
It's,
that might be... That's actually
scary.
going to be Spencer's worst thing. Not just taking the 1 damage at a time, but the time platform separating his team for supports and other things can really, really hurt Spencer. He wants everybody to stay together.
That'll be an
or at
interesting
least
matchup
specific
because
characters
both of
to
those
stay
teams
together.
just want to play by themselves. Mission Points just wants to do their thing. The Scarabs want to interrupt everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Getting rid of the support on Indigo 1, no healing. Can't do anything about that.
I know, right?
Separating the people
dang.
from your
Oh,
team.
I didn't even think
Well,
about that. You just
and
outwit
Scarab
support.
loves a team that doesn't come to it.
Yeah.
So
But at the same time, the Scarab team is on a clock.
it is.
So
Yeah.
I think Mission Points has the edge on that, but Scarab could give him a hard time there. I don't know how well Adam can play offensively. I don't know if there's
That
really
actually
any
might be
offense
the
on
real...
build.
Yeah.
But the thing is all of those Scarabs can copy Shock Gauntlets. And when they do that, you know, I'm pinging you knockback, I'm pinging you knockback. So it's 2 damage, 2 damage, 2 damage. Almost nothing on Spencer's team has reducers. So if he doesn't position in a way where things aren't getting knocked back
Yeah.
into the friendly characters, the
Are
important
we
pieces,
going to live stream one of the top 32 games?
I can.
if it works out,
In the
Hopefully it
chat,
does.
if you have a specific matchup that you want to see or a specific player, drop that name, and we'll see if we can get that. It's going to be a little limited. We have to we only really have like 6 options because the ends of the table are really like the best place for us to stream. But
Caleb JJ Reddick for World Champ. That's my pick as well, Chance.
Ryan Reven's game.
Will the Black
Yeah.
Lanterns take the new meta spot, or will Carnage, Silver Surfer, and other monsters still control the meta? I mean, the Black Lanterns are really good, but we're not really going to talk about that. Let's talk about the now. We can always talk about the future later. Why is no one using the Prime Hulk and Common Iron Man combo? David, could you explain what that combo is? I'm not. Which Common Iron Man?
the common Iron Man.
Scott Crampton for a pick. Who do you guys think is going to win Worlds? Let us know in the chat. We're going to set a 3-minute timer here for you guys to type your Worlds pick. And if you guys comment who you think is going to win Worlds, please only comment once. It makes our job a lot easier. We have some stuff to give away. So,
Yeah, we'll pick 3 comments.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, comment who you think's going to win starting.
And we won't do any favorites. We'll have somebody off screen come and pick some comments on who they think is going to win.
All right,
And
3
yeah.
minutes starting now.
start 3 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Please
Okay,
let
so
us know who you think is
3
going to win
minutes.
Worlds. We've got a Hawkeye.
Who's winning Worlds this year?
We've got a Bat Mermaid. And we have a Wonder Woman Generations, as well as I'm holding up something secret that you can't fully see right now, but somebody will walk away with these, and we'll cover those in just a moment.
Ethan says they want to see Lucas or Alex Mater.
I like it. I think
Makes
Alex
sense.
Mater, you know, national champion, very, very experienced Spider Prime player. He was one of those people who was playing Spider Prime before it was, you know, Spider Prime. So
That's true.
there is that. Lucas, obviously, very, very good player. Same venue as Alex Mater, and he is playing a build that I really don't think a lot of people are prepped for. If the dice are willing, I think Lucas has a very good shot as well.
We've got 3 votes for Isaac right now.
Isaac
one
is a
for
good vote.
Lucas Von Holland.
Reddick will literally take it, I think. Dustin, I'm with you there, man. Mike Eskew in the Animal Squad for the win. Yeah,
Yeah.
his squad is sick, too. Common Iron Man for barrier to pop in front of to run through. Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, lots of barrier options. I know Molecule Man was a popular one because it's free action.
Yeah.
So, But Scott Crampton, another good pick. He's just playing some nasty good stuff. Scarab, Scarlet Witch, two problematic things. Can you deal with both? Ryan Redman, another prime Spider-Man player. People are hot on it. I get it. Caleb, nickname Reddick. That's fun, Chance. Isaac again, Scott C. Lucas Firmina and his team builds are great. Lucas. A lot of variance in the chat. Nicholas. All right, there you go. A Calder pick.
You've got a minute and 20
Alex
seconds
Mater.
left to get your comments in.
Get your comments in, guys. Let us know who you think is going to win Worlds. We've got prizing to give away. We'll pick 3. Well, we won't pick 3.
Yeah,
I'm going to go grab Anthony over here.
Anthony,
the fastest judge in the world. And
he's a real random number generator.
Assuming that he is free. If not, I'll grab somebody random. I'll have them pick 3 of you guys. I'll literally just have him scroll and pick 3 names.
Oh, I was just gonna have him pick name 3 numbers between X and X.
Oh,
I guess 1 and X. That's what I made Anthony do in person the other day.
No.
Anthony, the human random number generator.
We'll have him do some random stuff for it. We are getting close, guys.
All right.
It's about to get really quiet in here. We will not be going live while they're playing. We do not want to disrupt the gameplay.
30 seconds to get your vote in
We're
for who's
setting up
winning
a,
and enter to win some convention exclusives.
Yep.
25
guys,
seconds.
comment.
Make sure you get your comment in. You can't win if you don't comment.
And we'll talk for a bit after we close it, after it's officially dead, because I'm sure some people
The hush is
are on a
starting to fall
latency.
over.
They may not
Crap.
get to comment right away.
It's true.
So you guys have a chance to win these 3 con exclusives, as well as some secret stuff that I'm holding on to that we'll talk about in a moment. But
All
I
right.
think that they are very cool, and whoever walks away with them will be very lucky.
And
Let us
that
know who's
is-
winning Worlds.
That was 3 minutes, so we'll let a few more slide in as we grab somebody. I'll grab Anthony real quick.
And I will chill with you guys. So maybe you're wondering, what's the mystery item, Ian? What can you possibly walk away with that is currently Worlds exclusive? My camera's out of focus. Give me a second. Luke, can you help me out? You want to hold these in front of the camera?
Would love.
So, guys, the exclusive item that will go to one lucky winner. I've got a set of 5. This is the first print as well of them. It's not really working. There we go. So the first one is this Ace Bystander. He has 10 points. He's got some charge, some super strength, some invuln. And then if you want to flip him over, Luke, all of these guys have traits that function with the OP kit as well. We won't. If you want to see what they actually do, they're up on the Facebook. If you could show us another one, Luke, we'll just go through them quick. The other ones in the set, we've got an Ace who's very strong. On the back, she's got Batman. She's got Batman Enemy, Stealth, Outwit, Flight. Incredible 10-point piece. And then if you just want to show the last 3 here, Luke, that was my favorite one. There's another one that's 20 points. That one is 10. Hypersonic, In-Cap, Willpower, Range Combat Expert. Also Flight, though. So somebody's going to walk away with a full set of these. If you just want to show off those last 2, Luke, we're going to do the giveaway here. Boom, bam. We're about to get started, guys. Very cool. And the last one is a 20-point King Leader. 12 attack, charge, blades. And he can come back to life instead of another bystander dying. He's insane. All right, guys. We have an announcement.
Heroclix drama. Okay.
But in the case here, for the folks that are playing, we dug into straight up schedule. We dug deep into this. This did not affect the standings and the players that are seated here today. Okay, everybody made it fair and square in this. I know that there is talk online. In our minds, this does not fall into the category of cheating, as people are saying. That's not the case. In our minds, we are going to shore
are still having an announcement on how concessions function and how the top 32 is decided, which was all fair. This is straight from the mouth of WizKids, folks. We'll give you some more info soon. Sorry about this, guys. Someone's asking about the shoes I'm wearing. They are Jordan Futures, Chance. Not very rare.
All
right, guys, let's do this giveaway quick. Anthony, help us out.
How's Anthony picking?
You want to do random number generator, or do you just want to scroll through comments and have him pick?
Make him do some numbers in between 1 and something. I'll get a count real quick. Let's see.
Just going to reiterate what I said yesterday. Take care of your things, take care of your belongings. This one we don't build it. Well, yeah,
Giveaway is happening now, guys. Giveaway is happening in just a moment here, guys.
Okay. We need 3 numbers between 1 and 27.
21,
21,
19,
19,
and 7.
and 7.
21, 19, and 7.
21, 19, and 7. I'm going to do 7 first because that's the easiest to get to.
So, 21 is going to get the Wonder Woman Generations. Who is that, Simeon?
7.
Okay,
Let's
sure.
see.
Hey, Luke. You grab the Sharpie.
All right. You said 21, Ian?
Go to this side.
I did.
You said
21.
21 is getting that?
21 is getting the
Okay.
Wonder Woman Generations.
All right. Let me get my count back to where it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
All right, guys, the
12,
match is starting. We got to go.
13, 14, 15, 16.
We will be able to live
17,
stream. So
18, 19, 20. 21 is going to be Esteban Limon.
Esteban Limon.
Who said Caleb Reddick.
Esteban Limon. 19.
right.
Who's getting the Bat Mermaid, Simeon?
19 would be John Leach.
John Leach, you're getting a Bat Mermaid. Congratulations. And then right after this, guys, we have to go. We're going to go to another live stream where Calder is live with
And
game coverage.
7
so this
was
is John Leach.
Dustin. Just
7
plain
was-
Dustin, right next to Dustin Cedars, which is funny, but yes, Dustin.
Dustin?
Yes.
Okay, Dustin, you're getting a Hawkeye as well as a set of the first print of the OP kit Royal Flush Bystanders. Anthony, thank you for giving us some
All of
numbers.
you
Thanks
make
for
sure
picking some
to
random ones.
Thank you
Message
for
us,
having me here
email us,
today, and
dial
thank you to our 3 wonderful
heroclix@gmail.com.
winners for participating in interacting with us online.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
appreciate it. It's awesome. Today has been very lively. We have over 50
sure to
people in the
message
chat.
us
We're going to cut to
that you
gameplay
won.
soon, guys. The stream's going to cut out for a moment, and then we're going to get live to the game. So this just goes to Dustin. Once again, guys, if you won something right now, please message us at dialhforheroclix@gmail.com on the Facebook or on the YouTube. Let us know your address so we can send it to you. If you guys don't send that, we can't send it. But we have to go. We've got Calder standing by live, so the stream will start back up. Just give it